6 qualities that make you more precious than gold after 65. Have you ever wondered what makes someone quietly more precious than gold as they age? It's not wealth. It's not social status. And it's certainly not just luck. The truth is, after the age of 65, there are certain qualities that, when nurtured, transform a person into someone truly irreplaceable, someone others deeply respect, admire, and long to be around. But here's the surprising thing: many people overlook these very qualities. They let them slip away without realizing just how valuable they are. In this message, we're going to explore 6 powerful qualities that, when cultivated, will make you not only loved but truly cherished. These qualities have nothing to do with your appearance or your material success. Instead, they have everything to do with how you live, how you think, and how you carry yourself. The best part? These are qualities you can develop at any stage in life. No matter where you are right now, you have the ability to nurture these 6 things and become the kind of person whose presence alone makes an impact. Stay with me until the very end, because the last one is something most people don't realize until it's too late. And if you've ever felt like you're fading into the background as you age, or if you've wondered how to maintain your sense of dignity, value, and purpose, then this is for you. These 6 things will not only help you stand out in a quiet, powerful way, but they will also give you a deep sense of fulfillment, something more valuable than any treasure in the world. Before we begin, if you haven't already, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new content. And if you find this message meaningful, type 1 in the comments. If you don't, type 0 so I know how to make even better content for you. Now, let's get started. Number 1, the ability to stay calm in any situation. One of the most valuable traits you can develop after 65 is a deep sense of calm, a presence that reassures others, brings peace into a room, and makes people feel safe. This kind of calm doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine. It's about having the wisdom to know what truly matters, the patience to let go of small irritations, and the strength to remain steady when life throws challenges your way. As we age, we see more of life. We witness loss. We experience change. We endure unexpected hardships. Some people let these experiences make them bitter or anxious. But the ones who become quietly more precious than gold are those who learn how to stay centered. They don't panic over minor inconveniences. They don't let every disagreement turn into a battle. They know how to bring perspective when others feel overwhelmed. Take Harold, for example, a 74-year-old retired firefighter. Years ago, his presence alone could calm an entire room. He wasn't the loudest person. He wasn't the most commanding. But there was something about him, his steady tone, his willingness to listen, his way of offering reassurance without overreacting. Even now, in retirement, people naturally gravitate toward him. His grandchildren love talking to him because he never dismisses their feelings. His friends trust him because they know he won't add fuel to a fire. And his wife, after decades of marriage, still feels comforted by the way he handles life's ups and downs. This kind of calm is not passive. It's strength. It's the wisdom to know when to act and when to let things go. It's the discipline to avoid wasting energy on things that won't matter a year from now. The most respected older adults are the ones who pause before reacting, who listen before speaking, who don't waste time proving themselves to people who don't matter. Instead, they become the person others turn to in moments of crisis, the person whose very presence makes a room feel safer. And here's the secret. This calm doesn't just earn you respect. It makes your own life infinitely better. It reduces stress, strengthens relationships, and keeps your mind focused on what truly brings joy. If you've ever known someone with this presence, you already know how powerful it is. And if you cultivate it within yourself, you'll become someone quietly more valuable than gold, not because of what you own, but because of the peace you bring. Number 2, a sense of curiosity that never fades. One of the greatest mistakes people make as they age is believing that discovery, growth, and new experiences are only for the young. But here's the truth: the people who remain precious as they age are the ones who never stop being curious. They keep exploring. They keep asking questions. They keep embracing new ideas. Curiosity keeps the mind sharp. But more importantly, it keeps the spirit alive. The older adults who remain vibrant and engaging are the ones who stay open. To conversations, to books, to perspectives, to change. They don't shut down discussions with, "That's just the way things are." Instead, they ask, "Tell me more." They stay learners, not just in classrooms, but in life. Consider Evelyn, a 76-year-old retired schoolteacher. She could have fallen into a routine of watching the same shows, talking to the same friends, and repeating the same stories. Instead, she seeks out new ideas. She reads books outside her usual interests. She listens to younger generations instead of dismissing them. She even learns new technology, not because she has to, but because she enjoys keeping up with the world. And as a result, Evelyn is endlessly fascinating. People love talking to her because she's both wise and curious. She isn't stuck in the past. She's engaged in the present. Curiosity prevents stagnation. It keeps your life vibrant. It ensures that each year is filled with discovery. And perhaps most importantly, it makes you someone others genuinely enjoy being around. Nobody wants to sit through conversations with someone who only clings to the past. But someone who asks questions, who listens with genuine interest, who stays engaged, that person is unforgettable. The truth is, people who stop learning too early often become bitter, resentful, or isolated. But people who keep learning stay energized, relevant, and deeply valued. And the beautiful thing is that curiosity doesn't naturally fade, you simply have to keep choosing it. Every single day. Number 3. The strength to set boundaries without guilt. One of the most powerful things you can cultivate after 65 is the ability to set boundaries, to protect your time, your energy, and your peace without feeling guilty. Too many people, especially as they age, fall into the trap of people-pleasing. They say yes when they really want to say no. They tolerate disrespect out of habit. They allow others to take far more than they give. But the truth is, the most quietly powerful people are the ones who know their worth and refuse to compromise it. Boundaries are not about being cold, distant, or selfish. They're about knowing what you will and will not accept. They're about making sure you don't sacrifice your own well-being just to make others comfortable. Take Robert, a 73-year-old retired mechanic. For most of his life, he had a hard time saying no. If someone needed help moving, he would do it even if his back hurt. If a family member constantly called to complain, he would listen, even when it drained him emotionally. If someone pushed past his boundaries, he stayed silent because he didn't want conflict. But over time, Robert began to feel exhausted, stretched thin, and unappreciated. That's when he made a decision, to start valuing his own time as much as he valued others. Now Robert has firm but kind boundaries. He helps when he genuinely wants to, not out of guilt. He listens to people, but he no longer allows himself to be an emotional dumping ground. He spends time with people who uplift him, not with those who drain him. And most importantly, he no longer feels guilty for prioritizing his own well-being. The result? He's happier, healthier, and more respected than ever before. Here's the truth: when you allow others to overstep your boundaries, you teach them it's okay. But when you clearly define what is and isn't acceptable, you naturally attract people who respect your time, your energy, and your presence. The strongest, most graceful older adults are not the ones who let others walk all over them. They're the ones who can say no with confidence, without needing to explain themselves. They know their time is valuable. They know they deserve relationships built on mutual respect. And they know the people who truly care will honor their boundaries instead of trying to push past them. And the best part? When you set boundaries, you don't just gain respect from others, you gain self-respect. You stop feeling resentful, exhausted, or taken for granted. You begin to feel in control, at peace, and deeply valued. Number 4, a presence that brings warmth and comfort. One of the most beautiful things you can cultivate after 65 is the ability to make others feel at ease. This doesn't mean being the loudest person in the room or trying to impress everyone. It means having a presence that makes people feel safe, understood, and valued. A presence that others seek out not because of what you give them, but because of how you make them feel. People who possess this quality have something rare, a quiet warmth that draws others in. They're the kind of people you want to sit next to in a room full of strangers. They don't need to force conversations or dominate attention. They simply create an atmosphere of comfort and acceptance. Take Joan, a 75-year-old former nurse. She has a way of making everyone around her feel at home. She doesn't try to outshine others. She doesn't force her opinions. Yet people are drawn to her. When she speaks, her voice carries gentleness and sincerity. When she listens fully, not waiting for her turn to talk, but making others feel like their words truly matter. Because of this, people love being around her. She isn't flashy, but her warmth is unforgettable. This kind of presence isn't about what you say, it's about how you make people feel. It's the way you offer a reassuring smile when someone feels unsure. The way you allow others to express themselves without interruption. The way you share kindness in small but meaningful gestures. And here's the beautiful thing, people never forget how you made them feel. Long after conversations are over, they remember the comfort of being near you, the kindness in your expression, the reassurance in your presence. This is what makes someone quietly more precious than gold, not money, not power, not fame, but warmth in a world that often feels cold. And the best part is this, warmth doesn't fade with age. It deepens. It's not about youth or outward charm. It's about a lifetime of patience, wisdom, and love, qualities that only grow stronger with time. Number 5, the ability to find joy in simplicity. One of the greatest secrets to a fulfilling life after 65 is learning to find joy in simple things. This doesn't mean settling for less. It means recognizing that some of the most meaningful moments in life don't come from big achievements or extravagant events. They come from small, everyday pleasures. People who are quietly more precious than gold are the ones who master this. They don't need constant excitement to feel content. They don't chase things they don't really want. Instead, they see beauty where others see nothing special. A warm cup of coffee on a quiet morning. The feel of sunlight on their skin. Laughter shared with old friends. The peace of a day well lived. Take George, an 80-year-old retired carpenter. He's not wealthy. He's not famous. But he's genuinely happy. He doesn't waste time complaining about what he doesn't have. He wakes each day grateful for what he does have. When he takes a walk, he notices the way the leaves dance in the wind. When he eats, he savors each bite. When he talks to friends, he listens fully, laughs freely, and soaks in the moment. And here's the powerful part, people feel his contentment. They can sense his peace. They know he isn't searching for something else to make him happy, he already is. Too many people spend their later years dwelling on regrets, comparing their lives to others, or convincing themselves that happiness is something they've left behind. But those who are truly precious are the ones who know how to make the present moment enough. They don't waste energy on things they can't change. They don't let small inconveniences ruin their peace. They choose joy, over and over again, in the smallest of ways. This isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about noticing the good even on ordinary days. It's about appreciating what's already here instead of longing for something else. It's about realizing that happiness isn't hidden in grand moments, it's built little by little in the way you live every day. Number 6, a deep sense of self-respect that no one can shake. There is something undeniably powerful about a person who knows their worth, someone who carries themselves with quiet dignity, who doesn't seek approval from others, and who refuses to let age diminish their sense of self. This kind of unwavering self-respect is one of the most valuable things you can cultivate after 65. It's what makes you truly irreplaceable. Many people spend their younger years worrying about what others think. They try to fit in. They try to prove themselves. They try to be liked. But those who become quietly more precious than gold are the ones who, with time, learn that their worth isn't something anyone else gets to define. They stop chasing external validation. They stop wasting energy on people who don't appreciate them. And most importantly, they stop apologizing for who they are. Take Louise, a 78-year-old retired librarian. For most of her life, she put everyone else first. She tried to please everyone, even at the cost of her own happiness. But as she grew older, she realized something: her time, her energy, and her peace mattered too. She stopped saying yes to things she didn't want to do. She stopped feeling guilty for prioritizing herself. She stopped letting others' opinions control her choices. And because of that, people respect her more than ever. Self-respect isn't arrogance. It's not about dismissing others. It's about knowing your value and refusing to let anyone diminish it. It's about setting standards for how you deserve to be treated and never lowering them just to make someone else comfortable. And here's the truth: people can feel when someone respects themselves. It's in the way they walk, the way they speak, the way they face challenges. A person with self-respect doesn't beg for attention. They don't crave approval. They don't tolerate disrespect. Instead, they carry themselves with quiet strength, and others instinctively respond with the same respect. Unfortunately, many people let their sense of worth fade as they age. They convince themselves they're less valuable just because they're older. They believe they must shrink, stay silent, or accept less than they deserve. But the truth is this: age should make your self-respect stronger, not weaker. Because with age comes experience, wisdom, and the realization that your worth never depended on anyone else's opinion. Final thoughts. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on these 6 qualities. The ability to stay calm in any situation. A sense of curiosity that never fades. The strength to set boundaries without guilt. A presence that brings warmth and comfort. The ability to find joy in simplicity. And a deep sense of self-respect no one can shake. These are not about wealth, status, or outward success. They're about something far deeper: how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you choose to live each day. The people who are quietly more precious than gold are not the ones chasing attention. They're not the ones demanding recognition. They are the ones who cultivate wisdom, kindness, resilience, and dignity, qualities that only grow stronger with time. But here's the key: these things don't just happen on their own. They require intention. They require choice. And they require a commitment to becoming the kind of person who continues to grow, evolve, and shine, no matter what age you are. If you recognize yourself in any of these 6 things, or if you feel inspired to nurture them more, then you're already on the right path. Because these qualities are not just about making others value you. They're about helping you value yourself. And when you do that, when you truly embrace the person you are meant to be, you'll find that respect, admiration, and fulfillment naturally follow. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 qualities resonated with you most? Have you already started developing them, or is there one you want to focus on more? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I truly enjoy reading your experiences and insights. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you found this message helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs, inspires, and uplifts. Remember, you are more precious than gold, not because of what you own, but because of who you choose to become.